Casino del Sol Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So BYU's offense will get first crack at it today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Here comes the noise as this crowd doing everything they can to help the defense bear down on third down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So Arizona's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. How will they be able to deal with this lockdown corner on the outside who believes he can take away half the field? Running inside, it's Craig. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play. Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Got his man downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Arizona offense coming onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got room to work. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for a man. It's Fafita. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll keep it on the ground. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Puts it out of the air. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back has it.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Trying play action. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
After that sack, the offensive line better get its stuff together. Stuff, you know what I mean by stuff. 3rd down. He fires one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Oh, and that ball just inches away from being in every highlight around the country. That was an absolute bomb. Just couldn't quite get it far enough.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. And down he goes. The defense making a huge play, but there are penalty markers out. Let's sort it out. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Shoots it to the left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the run, it's Martin. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Setting up the screen. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. The Cougars will line it up on 1st and 10. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Not a lot of time left here in the first quarter, but time enough for one more play. Catch in the middle. It's Gallagher. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Wants to throw. It's Fafita. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the ground, it's Martin. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Cougars! Fired in from the red zone for the score. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Arizona runs out the punt team, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
Back to throw. It's Bachmeier. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, he'll throw it. Moving out to the right. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They are in danger of squandering this great field position unless they can convert this 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's got him. Could not make his way to the corner.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Pushes ahead. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll send out the kicker here. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the field goal ties it up here in the 2nd quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
He'll try to do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Cougars with the 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Martin. Timeout taken by BYU in second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. We'll see what the D does, but this crowd bearing down and getting loud on third down. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Arizona in a hurry. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to go right back downfield. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to pass, it's Fafita. He's got it. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Absolutely perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Disc. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the Purdue Boilermakers.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Guys, coming out of the locker room, the Wildcats head coach told me, he said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. 2 solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice directional kick there, like a solid iron shot. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. To throw, it's Bachmeier. That's reeled in. It's Nakua. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Cougars with a... and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Complete.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to get it through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. The sure hands, it's Lions. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. BYU has this offense clicking. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Quickly to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Spits it out to the back. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Makes the grab on the left. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Flying down the left side. Past the 10. Touchdown Cougars! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick six certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. Yeah, exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Back to throw. It's Fafita. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, I got to give the defense credit on that. 3rd down, they were almost anticipating some throws to the outside. They took it all away, so they forced the quarterback to go into the middle of the field on the drag route where everybody could converge on the receiver and make the tackle short of the 1st down.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
There's so many of these read plays with quarterbacks because they're so smart and they're so athletic now. He makes the correct read, the correct decision, goes and gets the first down, new set of downs. Great job by the quarterback.
Finds his man. It's Buckmeyer.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Got a man. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
Yeah, and you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving a ball out of the backfield.
And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. So first down will open up the final period. Back to throw. It's Fafita. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Under fire. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Arizona runs out the punt tee. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll take it on the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. BYU has it. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They'll crank up this drive with the pass, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Buckmeyer. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. Finds the tight end. Runs through a man. He might have space. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
What a fantastic individual effort by the big fellow there. That was a relatively short throw, but he shows you the athleticism and what he can do with the football once he has it in his hands. He looked like a running back out there, making guys miss. Really good vision, nice speed as well. The coaches are loving that.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Man, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The run inside. It's Craig. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. To the air, it's Fafita. Caught! Touchdown, Wildcats! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the BYU sideline, I can see a lot happening with their running back. He has turned it over here in this game, and they are down. They need him to be a little bit better with their ball security. I have seen some coaches go over there, have him put the football in, kind of try to knock it out, get him back to a confident state of mind. He's out there right now. We'll see if they can rely on him down the stretch. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. They'll keep it on the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Here comes the noise as this crowd doing everything they can to help the defense bear down on third down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's first and 10. To the air, it's Bachmeier.
I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Powers through the defender. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Touchdown, BYU! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The Cougars with the immediate response.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth.
Offside, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Making side adjustments here. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Pressure coming. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
To the air, it's Fafita. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And this is a big third down for this offense, man. I'm really interested. See how they attack, because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. And it's caught, and he is stopped short. You have to get past the marker on that route.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Right back to the well. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground. That timeout taken by the Wildcats is their final one.